I have said many times before that the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game is the best rule set and the best game system that Games Workshop has ever produced. If I could get the views that I needed to keep this channel running on just Lord of the Rings videos, I would make 3 or 4 of those videos a week because I love it so much. But unfortunately, that's not the case, so we do what we can. Games Workshop has very kindly sent me out the new box set, which is of course the War of the Rohirrim, which is based off of this new animated series that they are bringing out. Not Games Workshop, obviously. And honestly, I don't know a lot about it right now. When I heard there was an animated series coming out, I wasn't immediately super excited. I'm a bit of a purist when it comes to Lord of the Rings, so I hope they do it justice. I basically love the models, I love the rule set, I love everything about it, and I just don't know a lot about this. It's one of my favorite things about the Lord of the Rings is being able to pick up a character of Aragorn and knowing who he is and where he comes from and how he fights and what scenarios he belongs in. And unfortunately, the background that I have for the models inside this box set are few and far between. But I digress. The models inside of the kit are absolutely incredible, and hopefully the story will match. So I'm going to power through with a positive mindset. I'm just going to enjoy this set as much as I can. I'm going to make videos on all the characters and all the different unit types inside the video, including the Rohirrim scenery. And hopefully when we get our hands on the TV series, it will be as awesome as we all hope it will be. And we'll all be playing War of the Rohirrim in the next couple of months. So that's my hopes and wishes. Before I get into the video though, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of my active patrons and channel members. Without you guys, I honestly could not continue doing what I'm doing. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. If you're interested in getting involved with that and helping support the channel, there's links down in the description below. Access to a private Discord server and an extra video every single week are just 2 of the awesome benefits for being involved. So if that sounds like something that's up your alley, check it out. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to dive in now and start assembling this kit. And then, yeah, I'll pick something to do a first video on. So we'll see. Okay, so this is the box set. This is a completely blind react because I have yet to open it. You can see that all of these seals are still on the box set. So let's get them cracked open and then let's see what we are working with inside of this awesome box set. From the back, obviously, we can see some of the contents. There's 56 Citadel miniatures involved in this kit. We have Haleth, who's a Prince of Rohan. We have Hama, which is a Prince of Rohan. 24 Rohan warriors, which are the new sculpts. Very excited about new sculpts of Rohan warriors. That's a big thumbs up for me. General Thrag, Wolf High Lord of the Hill Tribes, whoever that is, and 24 Hill Tribesmen. So I like the Hill Tribesmen. I like that they're in plastic as well. They were a really beautiful kit in metal, and they were just really hard to get. So as you can see, the characters that you see at the top of the box set are 2 mounted and 2 on foot. They look really good. So let us have a nosy at what we are working with. Open sesame. Okay, so you get the old school ruler. So this is the same ruler that came with it first appeared in the Hobbit strategy battle game box set. I don't think it was in Osgiliath, so it's nice that it was in here. It clicks like this, and obviously it folds around. So for most Lord of the Rings systems, this side is all you will need. 12 inches is more than enough to play the game, but if you do need to fold it out, it clicks in nicely, and then it goes all the way to 24 inches. So it's actually quite a nice little ruler. You need to clean up the bird edges and stuff like that a little bit, but I'm not grateful for having another one of these in my collection. Okay, big Bago basis, not exciting, but necessary, I guess. So what have we got inside? So this is obviously 12 Hill Tribesmen. This is 12 Hill Tribesmen, I think. How do I get these the right way around? 12 Hill Tribesmen. This is 12 Rohan, and then this is 12 Rohan, making 24. And then these are the character sprues. Okay, so it's interesting. So what have they given us here? There's almost too much on the sprue. This doesn't make any sense. That's more than... Kind of confused a little bit by these sprues. So this is obviously the Hama and the other character, the Marshal of Rohan, or the Prince of Rohan. Once again, there's almost a little bit too much horse. No, there's not. That's about right. Do you get them footed mounted? I don't believe you do, so I think those rules out of the game are gone. But incredibly detailed. It's interesting that they're, 2 characters on 1 sprue and 2 characters on 1 sprue. It leads you to believe that these won't be released kind of separately later on. They might be exclusives to the box game itself. but happy enough with those. So some simple sprues of miniatures. It's not really easy enough to show them. Like, I can show you a few bits and pieces of the hill tribesmen. Lots of detail, lots of like crude weaponry and stuff, as they are just farmers and stuff like that who grab weapons and have marched to war. I love the burning brands. I think they're absolutely amazing. I'm going to stick as many of those as humanly possible on them, because I do love that image of, I don't love the image, it was a horrible image, but when they came to destroy Edoras in the Two Towers, and you see all the hill tribesmen coming in, that was pretty grim. Some of the curved weapons and some of the more rougher, like machetes and stuff. Even some of them carry Urukai weapons. They managed to scrounge their hands on one or two of those. So big thumbs up for the amazing kit that is the hill tribesman. And then of course the Rohan. So Rohan is obviously one of the most popular, if not the most popular military force in the old world, in Middle Earth. People seem to really grasp it and really enjoy it, so it's very cool to see what we're working with here. The old infantry kits were kind of awful, you know, capes and everything just all blended together. They weren't very nice, but people put a lot of effort into painting them and made them look decent, which was fine. Obviously this is a huge jump up, and I'm very pleased to do that, because I never really committed to painting a lot of Rohan infantry before, because I was never really besotted by the miniatures. So this makes me very happy. I'm gonna get all 24 of these guys painted up, and they shall be my Rohan infantry for future games of, like, you know, Helm's Deep and stuff. They've also given us some more of the scenery. So this scenery is of course the Rohan scenery. There's a bunch more of this stuff available, and I hope to get my hands on it. It's one of these sets of scenery for Lord of the Rings that I don't have any of before, so it's really nice to finally have some. I really want to get a whole heap of this stuff and build a proper Edoras. Like, I would love that as a big beautiful diorama piece. I don't know how many they've designed it so you can just keep connecting them together. Like, I don't need to convert. Like, they've made it so it's super modular, and I've seen some of the crazy stuff that people have done, especially in like Warhammer World and stuff, and some of their Lord of the Rings displays are incredible. So very happy to have more of that scenery, or some of that scenery, and now I just need to work out getting some more of it. Okay, we have our card protective. Our card protective sleeve gives us Edoras being assaulted. Obviously it is the battle for Edoras. The palisade walls, which is an actual kit you can get for this, has been broken through, and all of the hill tribesmen are coming in, and obviously it's being defended by the brave sons and daughters of Rohan. So very cool, very nice. What have you got going on inside the kit? So what is this? This is a playmat. I didn't know you got a playmat in it. This is the first Lord of the Rings kit that you get a playmat in. So let's brute force our way inside of this and see what we're working with, because I'm kind of excited about this. I didn't know this was a thing. Okay, so we do get a really nice Rohan style. I wonder if it's two-sided. Oh, it's quite big. Well, that's very beautiful. So it's a very nice design. I like the rocky outcrops. You can literally use that in game terms if you want to, and say that those are impassable or dangerous, so you can like work your way through choke points and stuff like that. Obviously it is just thick poster paper, so these squares and stuff, those lines would drive me absolutely insane in a game. I don't know whether I would use this to play a game with. It's a nice idea, but I think the cardboard ones are a little bit better. I think they fold out a little bit better and don't look as kind of, yeah, it's cool, but yeah, I don't know about how much it's folded. Nice design. I'm not sure I'm sold on this as a thing. I'm not sure it was entirely required. Okay, there's another one. What is this? This is the Battle of Edoras rules pack. Whatever the Battle of Edoras rule pack is. Let's have a look at this. It's just a nice booklet. Oh, and a quick reference guide. Love quick reference guides. All game systems should have quick reference guides. Is that not even two? Oh, it is two sets. Of course it is. So there's everything you need to know how to play the game, the turn sequence, party phase, move phase, shooting phase, fight phase, end phase, same as before. Start of move, declare heroic actions, players, yes, end of move, start of activation, okay, yeah. Shoot phase, yep. Yeah, it seems about normal. Blowpipe, knock down, raised from the dust. Leaps into action. I like that thrown rider table. So they do still have a thrown rider table, which shows the idea that your mounts can indeed be killed under you. Now I have a problem with this as a rule, because if your mounts can die and you can be thrown, that's why the Lord of the Rings previously, sorry, I just need to show this again. So like you get the wolf, the High Lord of the hill tribes, on his horse. But if his horse is killed and he is a thrown rider, I now have no miniature of him on foot to play with. This is why if you look at all the old Lord of the Rings characters that had mounted options, the blister pack always came with the model mounted and the model on foot in case the horse dies or the rider is thrown. You have the option. So if either of these two guys' horses die, what happens then? I'm a bit confused about that, but I don't know. We shall see. And then we have the scenarios and profiles, so which is really cool. I like the scenarios, and then I thought I just skip past the profiles. There you go. Halath, the Prince of Rohan. Let's have a very quick look at his stat line. Defense 6, but he does have heavy armor, hand weapon, armored horse. Defender of Edoras. If he wins the duel roll, he may reroll fail to wound rolls when making strikes. Jeez, that's really good. Yeah, he's no joke. Okay, so there is a Hama, Prince of Rohan. Mounted. Oh, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I just seen it there. You do. Of course you do. They just don't show you on the box properly. So there he is, foot and mounted. There's Tharg, foot and mounted. Did I show you the other two on the other side? Yeah, sorry. Okay, apologies. I don't know why they didn't show that or talk about that on the back of the box. They just have Wolf, the High Lord of Hill Tribes. We have General Thrag. They don't talk about the fact that usually it says foot and mounted, which they do have. So yes, apologies. So in actual fact, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 character miniatures inside of this box set, which I don't think they made particularly clear. Because even on the box set itself, they're just showing you the 2 characters and they're just showing you the 2 characters. So did you know you actually get them all mounted and all on foot in the kit? I didn't. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. That's why we learn. This is why we pay attention. There we go. There's a picture of them properly. Boom! Basically got a bunch of extra characters. I like it. You get a couple dice in here, which are red and blue for reasons. I don't know. They're fine. And then, of course, we have the Middle-earth Strategy Battle Game Rules Manual. So this covers the rules for the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, and the War of the Rohirrim. I don't know if the rules have changed between this and the last edition of Lord of the Rings. That's something I'm going to have to look into. Maybe they said it somewhere and I'm just being stupid and not knowing it. But Lord of the Rings tends to not change rules all that much when they change editions because the rule set is so tight and it works so well. So my guess is it's the majority the same, 90% the same rule set, which you will like because I promise you is an epic game system. So I've made a complete utter mess of everything on my table, which is totally fine. But yeah, I must say that so far the contents of this box set seem particularly awesome. I'm going to go away now and start building models and I'll come back to you and let you know what I think of them afterwards. Okay, so this is a day or two later. I've been obviously busy doing lots of other things, but partially building the contents of this awesome Battle of Edoras box set. This is what we currently have on top of us. It is not all the metal. This is not everything. As you can see, there is 12 Rohan warriors here and there's 12 wild men here. There's of course 12 more of each. So there's 24 of each in total. So I haven't had a chance to build those. And then the awesome little Rohan house, which is one of my favorite pieces. Obviously, you get 2 of those. So I haven't built the second one of them yet either because they're super modular and I really want to get a whole bunch of them together and make the king's big giant house. I want to build this. But I need lots of kits for that, so that may happen. So let's jump in and have a look at some of the kits. Obviously, you do get 2 of the Rohan characters, both foot and mounted. And honestly, the quality of these models is stunning. But that has been the case for all Lord of the Rings miniatures when they started coming out in plastic with the heroes. I think we've got the 3 hunters and Elrond and a bunch of other characters all came out in plastic and they're just next level beautiful. So these of course are following that theme and we are getting some absolutely stunning results with those. Love them. The new Rohan warriors pretty much steal the show for me. Like Rohan is like a huge favorite of pretty much every single person who watches Lord of the Rings. The Rohan force is the defense of Helm's Deep. is just something that kind of resonates with us. And unfortunately, the old Rohan infantry models, sorry, it's not focusing on anything other than this. The old Rohan infantry models were some of the worst sculpted models that we have. If anyone has held one in their hand, I describe them as being potato models because everything is connected. There is just this like amorphous blob of a model. And yes, if you put a lot of time in and you really paint and separate all the different parts, you can make them look nice, or you could make them look nice. But I was never that keen to paint them because honestly I thought they were awful looking. These are unbelievable and I'm so excited to paint up all these guys. Like, look at this, wait, you see this archer. Look at this archer. Focus, 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 focus. You got this. I believe in you. Apparently it doesn't believe in me though. Focus! There you go, look at this. Like, that's just scary good. And there's just, yeah, there's so many awesome poses. I keep wanting to pick up different guys and show you what they are. Focus, the house is nice. The house is nice, but look at the model. Look at this. Like, that is a painter's dream of a model, so very excited by that. And I've actually always had quite a soft spot for the Wildmen models as well. I thought they were always awesome. I only ever managed to get one blister pack of 4 of the old metal ones and I got them all painted up. Never managed to get any more. They were one of those weird kind of slip between the crack models that nobody really bought them back in the day. They weren't really very popular. So when they went away, there wasn't that many out there for sale secondhand, so they're always really hard to come by. So yeah. So with this box set, this is one like sprue of 12 guys. Anyone who wants to collect some Rohan, I suggest you get 3 boxes of these guys, 3 sprues of 12. And the reason I say that is inside you get 4 with spear, 4 with sword, and 4 with bow. So if you break that down, when you get 3 boxes, you'll have a squad of 12 with bow, a squad of 12 with spear, who can support the squad of 12 with swords. I know they're not actually squads, if you know what I mean, but that's the better way to play them inside of Lord of the Rings, is to have that kind of cohesion and organization. So that's just me. You get yourself 36 brave Rohan warriors, and that'll make a really nice backbone to the army, each one led by a nice character. The Wildmen, so like the reason I said that is there's no option in the box set. When you build those guys, the sprue is empty, they're done. The Wildmen do get options, which I really like. Every single model in here are bar the archers. So there's, once again, 4 archers. We'll put those over there for now. These are also really, really nice. Where's the 4th archer? 4th archer is there. And then the rest are just kind of a choice of between double hand weapons and single hand weapons. But the single hand weapons can all be swapped out for the fires, which I think look awesome. So you've got these 4 guys running forward, all with the fiery brand. I couldn't help it. I gave all of them the torches just because I love it. Obviously I've got a second sprue and I'll be doing the alternate models for all of them with that. But I just immediately started thinking about the scenarios of these houses, where obviously they're coming to attack, well, Edoras to be honest, but you can do a small Rohan village, some of the outskirt villages as their preliminary missions in your campaign. And the idea of these guys having to get to the thatched roof houses and try and burn them down, and you're trying to stop them and having that whole cool story and stuff. So yes, these are all stunning. Let me try and get a single Wildman so you can kind of see what I was talking about the detail that exists in these guys. Like, they're all running poses, the fire is billowing back, and they do all look like savage and wild because there's no barbers or anything up in the hills. So yeah, big fan, big beautiful fan. And then obviously the new characters as well for the wild companies. You get both of them foot and mounted. So even on the box, the way it says it's got 4 characters, technically you've got 8 character models to paint, which is really nice. You can have a lot of fun with those. So these are the miniatures. Yeah, they're incredible. They do take a little bit of time to build. They're not like all Lord of the Rings models. They're like proper sprued kits. So lots and lots of parts. It did take me quite a long time, like a day to basically build this. So yeah, when you are getting yourself your War of the Rohirrim box set, just know you need to set apart some time for getting them built. Don't think you're going to slap it together in an afternoon, because that is probably not the case. And there we have it, guys. That's my first look at the new War of the Rohirrim box set. Hopefully this gives you guys a little bit more information on whether or not you want to pick this setup for yourselves. I, for one, I'm super excited by the collection, and I do intend to make a bunch of videos on this, and I will continue pushing that series forward if the videos turn out to be popular and you guys are liking the content. In my head, I already want to do 7 videos just for this box set. That includes 1 video for each of the awesome new characters, so that's 4. Then 1 for each of the basic infantry, so Rohan infantry and then the Wildmen, and then the 7th video being for the actual Rohan house itself. I have very kindly been sent the 3 resin characters that just came out as well, or have just been announced as well, so I will do those in videos if there's enough demand. If you guys are loving the series and you want to see more, then I will by all means push forward and get those as videos as well. So please do let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see, if you're excited. And if you really want to see me paint up the whole set and do a little battle report on the Lord of the Rings game, I'm also keen to do that for you. So it all depends on how popular the series is, guys. So let me know if you like it. The best way to push it forward and show it to more people is, of course, give it a like, ask questions, and make sure you're subscribed. So those are 3 big things to help push this video out to more people. Okay, thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, do those 3 things like I asked. Make sure you're checking out the Patreon. It's the best way to support me and support the channel, help it grow to bigger and better things. And that is also linked down in the description below. You have access to a private Discord server and an extra video every single week. Okay, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next video.